The community do that. I think the council provided the paint, but we made sure the railings were all good and clean. And look at these railings. Just look. Without looking at the grass, just look at the railings.
Mark, ask for him up here! Now shoot! Not there, Patrick! Come on, Pad! You're better than that, kid.
Harley!
Much better. Mark! Come on!
Well in, kid. Strong.
Hard line. Mark! Back here!
Half number 2, kid.
Well in, Liam! Go on, Liam!
Stay outside, Michael!
Go on, Mikey!
It's
It's it, Luke!
How good the ball!
So this here now is Hillside Avenue, and all this on the left that you see. This was all houses, all of this. And you know, it was a perfectly good, average, bad neighbourhood in Highton, Hillside. All these houses got knocked down and removed in about 1990. It's documented on videos, and it's still empty now. It's, you know, 16, 17 years later, and yet, you know, some minor little bits of things have done. Some bit of housework has been built, but you're talking about probably 1,000 homes or houses here that got knocked down 17 years ago, and still just aren't replaced. It's crazy, really. But, you know, one positive of the pubs in the communities being sort of, the pub certainly being knocked down, is that a lot of the men who have known all my life, who we used to see in the pub and having a drink and a bevy or whatever, they're now with me on Jubilee Park on the weekend, on a Saturday and a Sunday, maybe, not saying definitely, but maybe. If they're not in the pub, they're out coaching kids football. And Highton Juniors in Jubilee Park, which we're nearly at now, all the people now are focused on Jubilee Park on a Saturday, and you go there and you see some of the, any Saturday morning and Sunday morning, hundreds of kids playing football. But before the kids can kick a ball, there's also hundreds of volunteers, men and women of the community, who are out there setting the goals up, marking the pitch, securing the whole thing, making sure that there is football games on and good facilities and good pitches and everything in place for the kids. And this is Jubilee Park now. When I was growing up, really, it wasn't a nice park. It was quite overgrown. You just didn't really come to Jubilee Park. There was nothing to come here for. It was my school's over there. It was my school field for the time. It wasn't somewhere that people wanted to come and hang around. But because of Highton Junior's use of it now, the clubhouse has been developed. There's now a children's playground over there on the right, which has always got kids in playing, which is great. The club has got these 2 containers here, which are securitised. They contain everything that the club needs to run the pitches. And the field's been brought back to life. The council have put a nice path in all the way around it, and some picnic tables, as you can see. People are often, well, all day, every day, walking the dogs. There's fitness clubs here. You see women out there all the time. It's just a great park now. It really is beautiful, and in the summer months especially, it's really vibrant with the flowers and the plantings and everything that comes to life. It's just a great community asset, and it's become a community asset on the back of the football club, without a shadow of a doubt. From when it started with Steve Wormsley to where it is now with Steve Smith as the chairman, it's just been a massive improvement.
Give it back the big kid! Oh. Go with a big kid, lad. Here. Good lad, Louis.
Luke's cracked on the halfway line, kid.
Louis, wherever he goes, lad, you're on him. Go on,
Yes, get
Go
going,
with the top.
Come on, Luke.
Go on, Luke, son. Go on, Luke. Go on, lads. Go on, Luke. Good running.
Yes, Louis, on the up, Luke.
Put it on them. Come on, Al.
Feet back. How's your eye? Push up.
Louis, ball. Well done, Louis.
Hi, my name's Steve Smith. I'm chairman of Heighton Juniors. Heighton Juniors was established in 2008. I was like any other normal dad. I just turned up one training session with my lad when he was 5 and picked up a couple of cones, and things have escalated from there. 2-3 years ago, the current chairman at the time, Steve Warmby, decided he was going to step down. He had enough, and I put my name forward, and things have developed from there. We're now running with 22 teams from 7 to 13. Obviously this is our home ground, Jubilee Park. We do a lot of the maintenance on Jubilee Park ourselves, which is cutting the grass, marking the pitches. We've done a lot of fundraising over the years. We've managed to fundraise to get 2 sit-on lawnmowers. We've done a race night for a defibrillator. We've managed to secure new metal goals for all the kids to try and make the facilities as best as we can. We run annual tournaments. 3 years running we've had a tournament on here for our own age group, which are currently under 11s. We named it after a local guy who died recently, Chris O'Toole, and it's gone from success to success. We've had teams from as far as Scotland and London come down to participate in it. It's a well-run club, and hopefully it's going to prosper for the community for years to come.
If you weren't here today, Steve, and putting the time in that you put in during the week, what would you be doing?
I'd be at home now, probably doing housework with the
menial
missus or something. Menial tasks that I wouldn't normally do, but obviously it consumes a lot of time. You know, it's not just turning up like this morning to play a game of footy. There's lots of other things that get involved, like arranging for the pitches to be cut, marking pitches, league meetings. I think there's a lot more to junior football than a lot of people anticipate there is.
That's Jubilee Park here, and this here now is Page Moss Park. And this was my field when I was growing up. And in those days, this was the brilliant field. And look at it now. Just look at the difference between what the community has done for Jubilee Park and what hasn't happened to this field. This used to be superb football pitches, used to have an athletics track in the middle of it, and AstroTurf type stuff over there, a shale pitch over there, and it's just completely left to rack and ruin now. The council probably cuts it once a year and it's dead. We was on that field all day, every day in the summer. I spent my life on that field, and it's just being left, and I don't understand why. Jubilee Park's had all its railings painted. We, the community, do that. I think the council provided the paint, but we made sure the railings were all looking good and clean. And look at these railings. It just looks, without looking at the grass, just look at the railings. What on earth has happened? There used to be a massive school here which was called Page Moss, and later on called Bowron Park. And I mean, there was thousands of kids in it. Right here behind these green railings is where the school was. I don't know what that is now, it's just an empty pit. Just gone. It's just another school, just gone. And here on the left is the real tragedy of the area. This block of flats here was our local community pub, the Dovecot Hotel, where I spent all my formative years, all my family spent their formative years, the whole community would get together, and now it's a block of flats. But a lot of them empty as well, which is not great. I'll just whiz around. Why the Dovecot Hotel had to be knocked down, I've got absolutely no idea. It was a brilliant pub, community pub. People could know that they could leave the area, they can emigrate, they go to Canada, they go to America, Australia, but they knew that if they came back here on a visit or whatever, they could walk into that pub and there'd be people who knew them, who remembered them, who went to school with them, or faces or relatives or relations or whatever. So just in this little tiny square area we've got here, we've had a community school completely gone and destroyed and gone. The field's being left to complete rack and ruin, no need for that. And the community pub, which was the hub of the community, has gone as well, and it's a real big shame. And it does just show the difference. Heighton Juniors were able to get all the Jubilee Park and turn it from Jubilee Park used to look like this, turn it completely round, and no community venture or football club or whatever has got a grip of Page Moss Park and done the same, and it's a massive shame.
I think before St Aloysius started playing on here it was nothing, and then I know one of the parents involved at the time, he managed to get the hut built. That was like going back a good 20 odd years ago now, but then I know for a good while then there was no football at all on here once St Aloysius had finished. And then obviously Heighton Juniors came along a few years back and transformed the area. I think, as you know, the area's not got the greatest prosperity levels and what have you. It's a pretty poor area. And I think it gives the kids a chance to interact with other kids and obviously gets them away off the streets and that as well. I think when you're over here, you're here on a busy day on Jubilee Park. There's hundreds of people here throughout the whole day, and you get talking to people you wouldn't usually talk to and that. And it gives a good sense of community and that. Well, I'm not from Heighton myself, so I was, didn't know anyone, didn't know many people around Heighton. As soon as I got involved in this footy, that's it. You can't go to Heighton Village now or, anywhere around Heighton without knowing someone either involved in this club or involved in a team that you're playing against week in, week out. And I think it's sort of like bringing back the community spirit. People are coming along, if it's a nice day, people will stay around for a bit longer, have a cup of tea, watch a few more games, and obviously they're meeting old friends that as you say, they used to go to the pub with 10-15 years ago. These were the friends who they met in the pub and had a pint with, but now they're meeting them on the football pitch, watching their kids play football. So it's like a natural progression, whereas those pubs are no longer there. The football pitch is in a way taken over from the social elements of it to actually be a place where people can meet and have a chat and catch up.
Yeah. How did you get involved?
My son, he got asked by Dave McClay to come down from the Nottingham school, who his son plays for Heighton, and then we came down and that was it. Been at Heighton ever since, 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. What do you think about this field in comparison to other ones the kids have played at?
I think it's the best around. Maybe that's due to me putting a lot of work in with a lot of other members that we obviously we cut it, we line mark it, we seed it, we feed it, we do everything, and we get a bit of help from the council as well, but they're the best around in the northwest, I think.
Were you involved at the fundraising for the Sit on Mower?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you go about that?
Just going around doing it. We went around, did a lot of backpacking, went to Asda and stuff like that, and we also tried to do fundraise, like doing sports nights or doing some horse racing night events, so that we could do, and with the kids, getting them involved and doing fun days, and obviously anything that came in, otherwise going out and get some corporate if we could, but mainly fundraising with the kids and family and parents around.
Well, they're probably doing what not other kids are doing who haven't got similar active facilities, getting involved in antisocial behaviour, getting up to no good. I mean, I'm not saying every kid would, but...
Well, just laziness, but,
Xbox, yeah. I mean, I know my own lad, if he didn't come out and play football on Saturday morning, he'd spend all morning on his Xbox, and that's not good, We're trying to promote good health with our youngsters, and I think, something like this is only going to be good for them.
So I'd fell out of love with football, really, in terms of amateur football, until Patrick come along, and then getting him involved with Heighton Juniors, and then being part of that club growing as quickly as it did. I think when we joined in sort of 2009, there was 3 or 4 teams, and quite quickly, myself along with Steve Smith and 1 or 2 other lads and everything, we grew the club quite quickly. And it went from 3 or 4 clubs to 7 or 8 clubs to 10 and 12 and 15, and now there's 22 different clubs within Heighton Juniors. And it's all basically men like myself, maybe not as old as me, but lads who've just got involved. You get involved in the first place because your son or your daughter wants to play football, so you're there to support your son and your daughter, and you're watching them play, and if you've got the confidence, you take on the manager's role, which I did, and we as I say, we formed our team, Heighton Barca, when we were under 7, and that same group of lads have been together now, and they're now under 11, so that's 5 seasons We've only ever had one lad leave who's just left this season, and we brought, I think, 2 new lads in. We had to bring a goalie in, and we brought a new defender in. But basically, that same group of lads have been together playing football on a Saturday for 5 or 6 years now, and training on a Monday or training on a Friday. They'll also, a lot of them will play together in the Sunday team as well, and some of them go to school together. So those lads are forming bonds really that they're never ever going to forget.
Excellent lad, well done. Every single one of you done excellent. David, very well done there, mate.
Football at this age, it isn't all about winning. You're trying to coach the lads and you're trying to give them good habits and good ideas for football moving forward. But I think more importantly than the football is the sense of community and the lads getting out. They're not just sitting on their Xbox on Saturday morning or lying in bed watching Soccer AM, playing these stupid games that they play. They're actually out there playing the game of football and becoming hardened to it and getting better at it. And so I'm really proud of what I've done at Heighton Juniors, and I'm really proud of what the club has done overall, which is just grow and grow and grow, providing more and more facilities for all the kids. And it's gone beyond Heighton now. It used to just be local kids in Heighton, but now it really is. We've got kids playing for us and coming to Jubilee Park from all over the city and all over the city region. The club's got a great reputation for the facilities that it does. The pitches on Jubilee Park are kept in very, very good condition throughout most of the year, and it's all community run. We've had no financial support. We've got, obviously, companies sponsor the teams individually and buy the kits and that sort of thing, but all the fundraising has been done by the committee and the parents of the club, just making something happen for ourselves. And I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of my small part in what the club has done.
Okay, Lou, sorry mate. Down the line, Noah, down the line. Down the line. Great throw.